speak about my father, who I felt speaking about his values would also reflect values that I also see at Pardes. This is in memory of my father, Richard Howard Stein, better known as Rick to his friends. Working towards a more open mind. My dad originally thought that becoming more observant for me was a phase. I became Shomer Shabbat when I was 12, and like many other people who go through this, and many adolescents in general, I was rather intense at the time. And looking back, I understand why my parents were concerned that I might turn to someone who could be narrow-minded in terms of religion and being able to understand others. At this time, my dad very actively looked for situations that could help me be more open-minded. In high school, this push led me to do things like being active in sports, even though I'm not a natural athlete, and going to programs like Genesis at Brandeis, a program made of pluralistic community of Jews, and E Pluralis Unum, an interfaith community where Jews, Protestants, and Catholics learned about social action and the arts together. Going through all these experiences was not easy. However, I believe a great deal of my diligence to look for these situations where I could learn more about different people, their viewpoints, and how to better get along with them was an experience that very much represents Pardes, comes from my father. Love of learning. I first learned Gemara seriously the same semester in college I took a course about Louis Brandeis, where we analyzed his Supreme Court decisions. I developed an idea that studying Gemara was kind of like studying a Supreme Court decision, except in Gemara, people were arguing from different generations. My father grew up devouring any book he could get a hold of and was incredibly knowledgeable in a variety of subjects. By law school, he found at least one school environment he loved as well. He did not grow up so religious or observant, and certainly did not grow up with Talmud. However, I found out after he passed away that he had been taking a JCC lunchtime Talmud class with Art Scroll with one of the former rabbis of the local shuls. It was also part of the course that Dad and I would regularly have these serious philosophical discussions where we were trying to better understand the world and see it in a nuanced way. I followed my dad's footsteps of swallowing information and continued to look for sources, books, people, and programs like Pardes, where the importance of nuance and understanding things just a little bit more, even when painful, is valued. Enjoying the moment. My dad was the kind of person who liked to get lost, enjoy nature, enjoy a good joke. Being at Pardes also led me to try meditation and be willing to be silent for a week, which is definitely an experiment for me, and work on experiencing the moment. I could go on and on. But in the end, just like I know my father, who he is, and his lessons will never really leave me, so do I know that this is also true for my experience here at Pardes and also